Again, this is not easy to do. For those who don't know me, my name is John Albrecht. I'm a retired Master Sergeant from the Army. I was a high school JROTC instructor for 26 years. And I was Josh's first rifle coach. So for those folks out there in the Navy that want to lay claim to his success, just remember where the basics started, okay, with the Army, okay? Right, Chaplain? Parents shouldn't bury their children. That's something that should never have to happen. And for the parents, we love Josh. And no faculty member wants to stand here and talk about students passing. I too met Josh his first day here in the ROTC and on the rifle team, and I kind of came to the same conclusion that Evan just mentioned. I couldn't tell if it was Josh's cockiness or if it was confidence. And throughout the years I learned that it was his confidence more than cockiness. Not to say there wasn't some cockiness there, but it was more, to me, it turned out to be confidence. Josh was dedicated in everything that he did, be it academics, shooting team. In fact, he was so dedicated during one of our matches up in Anniston. If I'm right, Josh was a major chicken fan. He loved chicken. And I believe he got a hold of some bad chicken and ended up with food poisoning. So needless to say, we were at a shooting match, and there was Josh. I could stand there and see the look on his face that he was in total misery. Sweating to beat the band. And in between sets, he would quickly check off line and head to the bathroom. Take care of business, come back, get ready for the next set. But the dedication was there, and he never faltered on his shooting. Now, most of us would have definitely not been able to continue, but Josh was that dedicated to his shooting that he would go take care of business between sets and then come right back and pick up where he left off, like he never missed a beat. Josh was also selfless. He would come to practice, take some shots, and then he would spend the rest of his time working with his fellow teammates and classmates and helping them with their struggles. My rule on the rifle team was academics first. Each student had to maintain a C or better average, or they wouldn't be allowed to compete. They would have to sit out of practice. I would send an email to their faculty and let them know that he was a shooter and that I didn't want them to give him anything or give them anything, I should say. But I needed them to let me know when these students had the proper grades. So whenever the students would come in at report card time, everybody knew immediately to hand me their report cards. I would go through them and check them And if anybody had a D or an F, I'd put them on probation. For Josh, education, I'm not going to say it came super easy, but it was easier for him. He just had that ability to sit down and work out problems, you know, be it English, math, science, whatever the case may be. And he would come to practice, fire a few sets, and then turn around and ask me could he help whichever student had the failing grades, and that's what he did. So he always gave of himself, no matter what the situation. I collected some stories from some faculty members here at EHS, and it seemed to be a theme that come full circle, that is exactly Josh. Always helping others, always giving of himself to benefit students that were less fortunate with their abilities in math, science, whatever the subject, shooting even. It was one common theme that Josh was selfless. Teachers said that in class they would be working on a project. Josh would get his project finished, and next thing you know, she's looking, or he looking for Josh, and there they are. You know, he's over there helping the other students with their projects, making sure that they got the best marks as well. And as you've all heard the story, Josh's selflessness didn't stop there. He carried it all the way. Through to the very end. In May, it was an honor for my wife and myself to be asked to go to Josh's graduation at the academy. And it was an even bigger honor for me to give Josh his first salute. Now tomorrow, Josh receives a salute of a whole different kind. And as I said, parents should never have to bury their children.